back to your #1 stop for PSO2 New Genesis gameplay how-to and all that jazz, and today we are here to discuss some compound techniques for you force or Tekka out there, and how, well, this is, let's be honest, pretty awesome, and honestly, a really powerful ability for anyone playing any mage classes. And today I'm going to break down what they do, how to use them, as well as some new acquired orders that are tied to them. So with that, let's go ahead, let's jump into this, and let's discuss some compound techniques. Actually, before we do any of that, don't forget, I will be live tonight at 7:15 p.m. doing a 28-hour subathon in the wonderful 4 Get Up to celebrate, well, everybody donating channel point to a lot, then making me extremely fluffy. So if you are around tonight, Saturday the 7th at 7:15 p.m. over on twitch.tv/Maconn, be sure to come on over and let's get 40 together. So to then, back to the video. So to start off in Central City, there is this wonderful little NPC here, the Art Technique Instructor. This is, of course, optional, but if you're going to be unlocking the ability, why not do the client order? Get a little extra for more. But she will go ahead and have a quest. Well, of course, you need to unlock the technique, which we will get to in a moment, and then use all 3 of them. Since there is 3 new compound techniques to be gotten here. So let's just go ahead and jump into getting our hands on these and get into the details. So these 3 techniques are easy enough to get your hands on, since these are unlocked pretty much for free. You do not need any points or anything. The only thing you need to do to get them is, of course, a one on over to the deck counter where you train your class. It doesn't matter what tank, central, go wherever you want on this. And once you are here, you want to go down to a Lorne, a Clack Guild, and go to Tech or Force. It doesn't matter here. And we are going to be looking for a brand new ability here called United Technique Force. And then, of course, under Tekka, it will, of course, be called, well, Unite Technique Tekka. So once you actually have this, once again, totally free, you're going to get access to 3 new abilities. And once you have the technique unlocked, you can go ahead and find the under guild/sub panel. And you can do one of 2 things. You can go ahead and add these to your weapon panels, or you can go ahead and add it to your sub panels. In this case, I do recommend sub panels, but at the end of the day, you do you here. But nonetheless, you will go ahead and find the abilities underneath the class guild tab over on the far left, and we have 3 right here. So we will see if more to get added in the future, but for the time being, what these are a combination of 2 elements. In this case, we have ourselves fire and dark, then ice and lightning and wind. So these here will go ahead and combine the 2 techniques together to do a very OP ability. But once you actually have the equip here, and you go ahead and equip them, like I said, either on your sub-powered or weapon panel, you will notice down here, these are, of course, not highlighted, because they do take some requirement to actually do them. Of course, you have to do just straight up technique attack. So your normal proton attack here, as we're going to go ahead and go find us an enemy, so we can show this off. And of course, as you can see down there at the bottom of our panel, as I do a magic attack, since we are doing this at 4, just know that what the same way as Tekka. But as you do more and more damage to the enemy with the technique, it will go ahead and slowly build up, pretty much like your proton blast. So you can just set here, attack, and wait for them to actually build up. And of course, normal attack did not exactly level them at all, really. It honestly not really what they have for doing it with like normal attack. So techniques or a proton skills are what you want to be using. Once again, does not matter what element at all, he will charge every time you attack and make contact with a enemy. And once they of course light up, once you fill out the bar, you can pick whichever ability you want to cast. And of course, once you cast it, you will get a fancy animation here. And you will notice there is now a countdown timer since these are on a cooldown. As well as now the other two abilities have also been used. And now is building back up. But level 1 is not the only level that you can actually get out of this. Since if you continue attacking the enemies with your technique and elements, you will go ahead, level the abilities up to 2, which in return will let you go ahead and cast the ability twice. Just know, once you actually cast one of the ability, it will use one of your stacks, and that ability will go on a cooldown timer. But if you do have it up to level 2, you can go ahead and use a second ability as well on top of that. And as you can see here, you can see the number 2 listed in the tab bar, or of course in your weapon powered as well, depending on once again where you put these. And of course you can go ahead and see the ability. So let's go ahead and check out the lightning and ice ability, which will of course shoot ice out and pretty much shoot a giant ice attack in the front of you as well. That will also be doing a little bit of electric damage. And then, of course, we have our wind and lightning abilities. So let's go ahead and do that one. That one will, of course, teleport you toward the enemy and do a little bit of a tornado attacks. And then our final technique is the Fire and Dark Kill, which is called when you cast it, you will go ahead and summon a giant sword that will do a giant energy wave out from it. And then there you have it. There is everything you need to know about compound technique. These are very much going to come in handy for all you Force and Tekka users out there. And as you can see, they are actually fairly powerful. So if you haven't already unlocked them, be sure to do so, because they are very much a much needed technique for mages now. And with that, that will bring it to the end of the video. But before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you do the thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bells below, and of course come on over to patreon.com/Maconn to support the channel and everything I am doing, as well as my live streams over on twitch.tv/TroyMaconn. Links in the description, and a giant thank you to everybody that is supporting here the wonderful endeavor into NGS. And with that, that will go ahead and do it for me. And I will go ahead and see you all in the comments.
You'll have to excuse me.